Good morning, Dan Nitro Clark here, and I want to share with you a few things that my mother taught me. And it was very rarely through words, but it was through her actions. And if you're a parent right now, know that you're teaching your kid things by what you do. And sometimes it takes a lifetime for them to look back like it has for me as we near the 1 year anniversary that my mother passed. And the first thing my mother taught me was that you can transform your life, you can change your life, you can overcome whatever obstacles and difficulties that face you. My mother came here from Japan. She was an immigrant. She married my father, who was a Marine. She barely spoke the language. And my dad divorced my mother when I was about 4 years old. So she was saddled with my sister, a kid, without a job, couldn't speak the language, living in a tiny apartment in Orange County. But she put her head down, she worked hard, she did what she needed to do to create a life for herself. Eventually, when she passed away 2 years ago, she went from being a waitress, barely speaking the language, to speaking fluent English and dying with being worth over $1 million. Think about that. She traveled to a country when Japanese were not welcome here. They were putting them in camps, and she forged a life for herself, barely speaking the language. So she really taught me, as I look back on it, that anything is possible. Anything is possible if you just work. And again, it took me seeing her lifetime of work, her lifetime, to see this transformation. It didn't happen overnight. I mean, she struggled working as a waitress, making $2 an hour for years. Then she worked in a factory. She never made more than $40,000 in her life, but she saved her money because one day she wanted to leave something, for my sister and I. And I admire her tenacity. I admire her hard work. And, I look back and it's just touching how much dedication she had towards us, even though she didn't speak the language, even though she really never spoke about it. But I saw it through her actions, and she taught me that anything is possible. You can transform. She also taught me that people can overcome tragedy and still find happiness. She lost her oldest son, my brother, when I was 10 and he was 12. Her oldest son died. And what reminded me of this was Kobe and his wife Vanessa losing her oldest daughter. But my mom also lost her oldest son when he was 12 years old, her boy. And it broke her, and she wept, and it took her years to overcome. But she overcame it, and she found happiness. That doesn't mean she wasn't still sad. I even to the day she died, she would cry about losing my brother. But it didn't keep her from happiness. She was able to compartmentalize that, to able to say, I'm always going to be sad about losing my oldest son. I'm always going to feel guilt about it, and I'm always going to have regrets. But I'm still going to be able to be happy and enjoy my other 2 kids, my other 3 kids. She was a really, really, really strong woman. The last thing my mother taught me was after every conversation we had as I got older, she said the same word. She said, she said, Dani, ganbatte. Ganbatte, ganbatte. And what that means in Japanese means to keep your chin up and keep going. When I was having a tough time, when I was struggling, she would just say, Dani, ganbatte, ganbatte, bangate, ganbatte, Ganbatte, ganbatte. Keep your chin up, keep going. So I want you to think about that. I want you to think of my lessons my mother taught me, and hopefully, it'll shine some light on you, that you can transform. For no matter what you're doing right now, no matter if you're a waiter, if you're a waitress, and if you want to be that, that's fine. But if you want to get better, if you want to transform, you can do it. My mother did it. She didn't speak a language. She came over when people were putting Japanese in camps, and she built a life for herself. She died with over $1 million in her estate. From zero, never making more than $40,000 a year. So you can change, you can transform. And if you're going through a tough time, if you've had tragedy or obstacles or grief, which I know you've had, you can still find happiness. And lastly, no matter what you're going through right now, no matter how hard of a time or how great of a time, Remember those words. Remember that word, gambate. Keep your chin up. Keep going. Dan Nitro Clark out.